This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of another purge of the BS, sanctioned by the First Amendment. Frustration levels 0 to 100 have been authorized for use during this purge. All weapons are restricted. Government officials have not been granted immunity from the purge of the BS and shall undoubtedly receive the smoke. Commencing at the sound of the gong, any and all BS, especially unnecessary goofiness, will be purged without consequence. Police, fire, and emergency medical services will be available, but they will be busy because they too will be watching the purge of the BS. Blessed be those who have already been victims of some BS. May God be with you all.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, our first story of the day. There is a young lady who is going literally viral for, I want to say her revenge on her ex. Her revenge on her ex that she decided to get back at, right? Now, look, she's not going viral because of the revenge itself. I believe it's for another reason, but we're going to go over that. All right. Bear with me just a moment. All right. You guys got me here? All right, so a woman's mugshot is going viral after she gets arrested for going to her ex-boyfriend to his house, filling up his gas tank with already sucked Skittles and a Coke Zero. Okay. Now, we all know cars don't run on that kind of shit. So that's apparently she had destruction in mind. But the reason why she's going viral is apparently the masses believe her to be attractive. And you can see her little photo here. She is definitely pretty, and a lot of times that raises the crazy scale. And so she's going viral right now. People are literally like, how much is her bail? You know, that kind of stuff. So there was a time they did that before with this dude. I can't remember what his name was, but they had this guy who had, I think it was like green eyes or whatever, and women were doing the same thing. So, you know, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. But I will say this. How did they know that the Skittles were already sucked? Like if you put them in gas and you put them in the Coke Zero, like, how do you know that part of the information just always, yeah, and even they're in the comments here. They said, how could they figure out it was sucked on Skittles? I don't know. Maybe they were trying to build something with the word sucked in the caption. But nonetheless, here's the thing, guys. Relationships are pretty tough. Destructive people exist in this world, and a lot of times they come in really, really pretty faces. So please be careful out there, because I don't even know what Coke Zero and Skittles do together. I thought that was Mentos or Pop Rocks or something like that would create the chemical reaction. But, you know, maybe she just didn't have nothing else around. Like she had just got from the store, she had some Skittles, she was eating them, and she was drinking a Coke Zero and was like, I see this dude's vehicle, I got to do something to it, and pouring the Coke on it wouldn't have done anything. So she decides to put the contents of her bottle in her mouth in the gas tank. She does look crazy, Albon. She does. But is the reason she looks crazy because of maybe the fact that she registers on the pretty versus crazy scale? Because if y'all don't know, there is a scale. I'm putting out secrets right now. There's a scale that most grown men know about. And there's a certain, it goes up. And the more pretty you get, the more crazy you get. So it's like, how crazy are you able to tolerate? And that's how pretty of a woman you can have. And we're not talking about like murderous crazy. That's way at the top, right? But just general crazy, like just don't have no sense, always trying to start fights, that kind of thing. It's a whole different, you know, don't hate me for that, guys. Like I said, you know, you can ask the guys out here. We know. And a lot of guys would crash out for some chick that looks like this. Just being honest. They would definitely have, you know, they definitely would have some feelings about her because of probably, who knows what she does other than look good, though. So she could be a total asshole. And she did put Skittles in a gas tank, which I didn't even know was a thing to do. So she's a free thinker. She comes up with ideas on the fly. So we're going to see what's up with that. But like I said, she's going viral right now. Everybody's offering to pay her bail. Hey, we'll fly you out. Like, these dudes are offering trafficking off the top. You understand what I'm saying? And you know what that means, right? That means it's rough out here. That's what that means. It means it is rough out here for the folks. Anytime a mugshot would make you want to fly somebody out, that means ain't nobody around you that don't have a mugshot that you could just ask to come over. Sad, man. And then at the end of it, you get Skittles and Coke Zero in your gas tank of whatever kind of car that was. I'm sure it didn't go over well with the engine. So nonetheless, y'all can take my word for it. It's a crazy versus pretty, what do they call it, a graph? It literally works if you think about it, in a general sense. Of course, there's always exceptions to the rule. I'm sure right now there's some lady like, I'm not like that and I'm super pretty. Okay. You feel how you feel. All right. I'm not going to argue with you. Because if you're that pretty, you're probably a little crazy and you're going to argue in some crazy stuff. So I'm not even going to put myself in there. Not even good to do that. Yes, Tamara, I see what you're saying. She's attractive, but see, this is the thing. An attractive woman, and I'll bring her back over because she looks better than me, so I'll keep her on the shot. An attractive woman is sexually attractive to a straight man because they are an attractive woman. You see what I'm saying? So you don't have to say nothing. If you're real pretty, a straight man will be sexually attracted to this woman just because of how she looks. I don't know how ladies do it. Y'all be asking about stuff and, 6 feet and this and all that. A pretty woman can be tall, short, all types of stuff. So initially, that's the initial attraction. So if people are asking to fly you out, you already know why they're flying you out. And honestly, she looks like she can handle her bail, or somebody could handle it. So I'm not going to say I wish the best for her because it was messed up to put the Skittles and the Coke Zero in the gas tank. But at least she didn't set the guy's car on fire or cut his brake lines or some crazy shit like that. So registering on the amount of crazy that she put into this situation, she's actually coming out a little lower on the crazy scale than I would have imagined. She looks more like a fire starter to me at that level, right? So she's not a fire starter. And let's keep in mind, she's got makeup on. Okay, she does have makeup on, and it's just a headshot. Sometimes things can change when you see the full body and without makeup. She might not even be that pretty. She might have just been getting ready to go out that night, and that's when she decided to do that and got caught when she was still looking like that. Got a mugshot taken just like that. I don't know. We're going to find out at some point. So let me move into my next piece here.